Hi everyone, we are students drawn from 4 schools of architecture in Ireland, including UCD, WIT, DIT and UL.
To begin, we'd like to take the chance to thank you for this invitation to the 2010 conference in Westport, and as students we see it as a great gesture to be part of the event.
Over the weekend we were challenged as a group to address a number of problems our country has inherited from the economic boom.
After having a discussion on the brief, we decided we had a different story to tell.
It's not about NAMA, it's about all of us.
What can our role be, and how can the RIAI help develop that role?
What is our public persona, and how can the RIAI become the interface of the architect in the public realm?
Where can we go from here?
So we took to the streets. We asked the people of Westport what they thought of the RIAI, but no one knew what it was.
So we asked them what they thought of architects, and this is what they had to say.
They're all money grabbers.
A monkey could be an architect.
They're a luxury I can't afford.
Who cares?
Then we talked to our peers to see what they thought an architect should be.
I think architects should be leaders.
And I think they should be generous.
We have to be ethical.
Architecture is all around us. We should be experts.
We need to rethink our role and reevaluate how we engage with the public. Architecture is a social art, but the RIAI can feel like a private office.
We need to get the Institute out of the office and into the street. How can you be our interface with the people who we are working for?
There's a gap between the people and the profession. When we talk to each other, we want to change the world, but the world thinks that we're an unaffordable luxury.
We believe it is the RIA's mandate not just to mind the gap, but to close it.
The tradition of the architect operating from his ivory tower is redundant.
Where else could I find an architect?
Architecture is a social art. We want fewer architecture offices and more architecture shops. People need to know where we operate from, and we need to become accessible.
We need to be as obvious as a convenience store like Spar.
We all know the image of the master builder creating masterpieces. We need to work just as hard to engage people only through pieces.
The city is built on fragments, so there's never a shortage of work.
We will design anything will become our anthem.
We can design a building, but we can also design a doorway, a shed, a party, an experience.
Let's start a grassroots movement.
Kids are taught to love literature, love art, love music. Why not architecture?
Let's go to their schools. Let's take them on field trips. Let's teach them to love the city.
Yay! What's that one called?
How tall is it?
How much is that one?
Why does that one look funny?
Can we go beyond the open house? Why does the tour begin when you enter the doorway?
If architecture is all around us, shouldn't we celebrate it everywhere?
Can we turn the open house into the open city?
Maybe we should get onto TV and onto the public radar.
An architectural crime drama.
Someone stole my concert!
Maybe reality TV.
We always say we should do more competitions.
Isn't X Factor just a crit anyway?
Let's use the internet to get people excited about architecture.
Let's make a public website.
Let's get a channel on YouTube.
How can we use our skills to benefit those who really need them? Can the RIAI organize pro bono work across the profession?
Can we have a site visit to work on somebody's house?
Or can we have a design competition for someone who doesn't have a house?
Let's make ourselves more approachable. Let's make ourselves more available.
Can people get a design concept like they can get a pint of milk? Can people run into their architect like they run into their spar?
Architecture is a daily commodity. The product is everywhere, but the process isn't.
How about an architecture shop on every block?
Coming soon, you're on High Street near me.
How can you be our interface?
Can the RIAI help us go from spARCHITECT to spARCHITECT.